Good morning again. I'm doing the little lamb check down the field here, checking my ewe lambs, see all's well, and there happens to be a plum tree down the field here, and I do a little check on it every morning. Look at that there. But I tell you, oh, there's a nice one. Look at that. Now I am only 2 or 3 fields away from the aerodrome at Ballyhalbert, and I am 2 or 3 fields, well maybe 4 fields away from Samuel's farm over there where the quarry was and all the action was happening. But this old rock breaker which we're going to look at, if you look back to Sheep and a Shoestring part 51, near the end of the story, there's a man called Robert Johnson. And Robert retrieved the old rock breaker from the quarry at licence wartime, and he retrieved it, and he gave me a phone call away a while ago, and he says, Ivan, we're going to get an old Oliver tractor to drive the rock breaker and we'll get her going again, almost the first time since wartime use. So there you are. So that's where we're heading today. We're heading across to Roberts, but if you check part 51, that'll give you the opening part to the story and the recovery of the old rock breaker, and today we will be showing it actually working.
So this is our broad bent crusher here that we've been working on for a long time to get it up and running, and this is the first sort of working day for it. Let a few people see it operating.
Now this is an Oliver 88 tractor, and she was built in 1948, and it was a similar era just at the end of the war, so that was the idea, to pair them up together, the rock breaker and the tractor. Now it was supplied by Eric Braden from outside Newtownards there kindly, and I think she's around 70 horsepower. The steam engine obviously would be much torquier, so I'm told anyway, I don't know, so it would drive it with much more ease. So we're loading up here with a few stones. Simon's loading up a bucket of stones onto the plate where it was fed. Either you could feed it by hand, or it could be fed from another crusher, which would be crushing the bigger stones down into the smaller, and this one here is crushing the smaller stones and it's putting them into 4 grades. Here we'll have Simon, and he's shoveling in there. Now this was just a trial for us all, so we weren't sure on what revs, but you can sort of tell when a machine's at our comfort and running smoothly. So it's a little bit of guesswork, but it's just to see the machine going, and here she is. There's the screen turning, and she is putting out the stones fairly evenly actually. The least screen in use is the very end one actually, which would be the heavier gauge. Now back in the day when she was working during the war, this obviously would have had 4 divisions down, keeping the stones in separate piles. But this is just her in her basic form, just to try her out. So the clicking noise you can hear there, that's the belt going round there with the joiner on it, and that's clicking every time it hits the pulley. Obviously she's not in full swing here. If that was driven by a steam engine, and things were full on, it would be going a lot more, but this is just a nice little trial to see her working.
And if you see my Savior, tell him that you saw me. That you saw me. When you saw me, I was on my way. And you may meet some old friend who may ask you for me. Ask you for me. Tell him I am coming home someday. Tell him I am coming home someday.